Hello, guys. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good
I
morning.
saw some students interacting and I felt good, like Nandan, Shravya, Himani, so on. Yeah. So, as ma'am approached, they asked me to present something. So, I thought of presenting you some basic knowledge about web designing. So, is my slide visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I am in the second slide. Yeah. Second slide.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, fine. So as you can see over the slide, the average profitable websites can earn about 2000 in a month. Yes. An average website, it can earn up to $2000 per month. And what if I see $2000 in Indian rupees? It is around 1,07,000. Oh my God, it's a huge amount. So websites, what this is all about. So what I am here to present is what is a website, what is a web page, what are the web servers, web hosting, web domain names, etc., etc. That is, give you an idea what is a website, what are the things required to host a website, to create a website, not in depth, but all the basic things. So next, I will be telling you about the markup languages used, such as HTML, CSS, and then we are going to build a simple web page. Yes, we are going to build a simple web page. Then we are going to see what are the steps to host a simple web page, and then later we are going to discuss the revenue, that is how to earn through a website. So website, anyone, any idea about what is a website? Yeah, you will be dealing with lot of websites. So anyone, any idea about what is a website? You're open to speak.
Collection of messages.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, it's a quite good answer. It is a collection of web pages and related content that is identified by a common domain name. Yes, it is a collection of web pages, and I have two, three definitions, and it all says, is the slide visible, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
all three definitions, they directly say that a website is just a collection of web pages which is under a domain name and hosted on a web server. So the question comes, what is a web page? So web page is just a hypertext document provided by a website and displayed to a user in a web browser. Web browser, as you all know, like what we are using, Chrome or Microsoft Edge, etc. So web page is just a hypertext document. So hypertext document means the texts are linked to other texts. As you can see in the figure, A is linked to B and B is linked to E and C. So this is an example for hypertext document. Then if you are going to speak about what is a web server, so you can see the image here. This is a server picture of Google. This is how the Google server looks like. And it can be a computer software and underlying hardware that accepts the request that we send. That is, when you want to visit a website or web page, you click or you just go to the browser and type the web domain name or the name. For example, if you are going to join our campus, you will just check the website first. That is, you will go there and you check vct.com or .in or education, and you will check the website. So when you do that, there will be a request via HTTP, the network protocol created to distribute the web pages. So it will direct to the web server, and whatever the information or whatever the content is there in the web server, that will be loaded to your computer or system. So then what is a domain name? So a domain name is just an identification string. Okay, it is just a identification string. So domain name serve to identify internet resources with a text based label. so it is easy to identify. Instead of having a lot of integers, yeah, lot of this one numbers, we could use a alternative, that is we could use a name, that is a identification string. So these are the this is how the website domain names are gonna end, that is .com, .net, .gov. Yeah, you are familiar with it, I guess you are familiar, right, with the domain names.
Yes.
Yeah. So the main
Yes.
thing you need to know about website is that there are two types, mainly two types. That is a static website and a dynamic website. Okay, it will be a little bit boring as it is a theory one, but you need to know what is a static website and a dynamic website. Okay, so static website, as you can see the definition, it is a website is a group of self-contained individual pages that are sent to the browser directly from the server, one page at a time. That is, if you are building something and you have designed a web page, the same page will be displayed there. There is no alteration. That the every user will see the same web page that you have created. There will be no alteration or there will be no modification. As you built, it will be there in the users screen. So all the users will have the same web page displayed over them. That is a static one. These static websites are little bit easy to develop, but as we move on to dynamic websites content are built when it is requested by the user directly. So when the user requests, that time the web browser will start to build the website. For example, if you take for example Facebook, so if I open Facebook from here and if you open Facebook from there in the website, we will get different contents, right? So the contents are decided over our interest. So that is an example for dynamic website. So in common, both websites contain most of the website contain both static as well as dynamic elements. Then client side coding, which is also known as front end coding. This is what I am going to discuss. Majorly, I am going to discuss today. That is the front end coding. That is, if you click on a website, the front page, the front end, the whatever you see, that is known as the front end. How to code that? That is, I am going to explain you simple basic things. Okay, not in detail. Still, yeah. Client side coding includes HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML and CSS I will be covering, and JavaScript it is used to what decide the behavior of the web page. That is a bit yeah, it's okay, but still I will be not taking JavaScript into account today. I will be discussing HTML and CSS, and this just means that our code will be downloaded from the server and then compiled entirely in the browser. Yeah, that is, you are going to write something and that will be stored in the server. And when a user clicks on it, it will be called and it will be compiled and it will be displayed on the web browser. Then, yeah, spoiler alert. HTML and CSS aren't programming languages. Those are not programming languages. Okay, as C++, Python, Java, HTML, CSS are not programming languages. The main reason why HTML and CSS aren't considered programming languages is because they only determine the structure and style. That is, they only determine how the web page should be. Yeah, what is the style, what is the font size, display, color, background, everything it will decide. But as the other languages, it does not have the instruction to as in JavaScript, it can change the behavior of the web page. So these things HTML and CSS cannot do it alone. So these aren't considered as programming languages, but still it is heavy, and these are known as markup languages. So web designing, so that was all the basic thing you need to know. And if I want give a summary, just keep in mind that website is a collection of web pages and website is whatever the thing we do, we should put it on a web server so that it can hold the data, and when a user requests something, the content is loaded from the web server to his web browser where he can see his website. Am I clear? Hello, am I
Yes.
clear? Yeah, am
Yes,
I too
yes.
fast? Am I too
Yes.
fast?
No.
No, right? Okay, thank you, thank you.
No.
No.
Yeah, web designing. So web designing simply means that designing a website. Yeah, that's it. Designing a website. So mainly there are three layers of web designing. Okay, three layers of web designing: the structure, the style, and the behavior of the website. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, fine. So as we talk on the first one, HTML
Yes.
structure. Yeah, fine. Structure, it is written and it is decided by the language HTML. Okay, the markup language HTML, and this is the official logo or the symbol of HTML language. You can see it, right? Or it's still loading?
Yes. Now it's easy.
Yeah, there is a delay. Okay, no problem. Yeah, this is the official
Visible.
logo of HTML. And as we talk about style, it is decided by CSS. Yeah, still the page is not yet updated. Can you see the CSS page?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, now is
It's visible.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
style is decided, or the style we are doing it with the CSS. So this is the official logo of CSS. Then the behavior, it is done using JavaScript. You can see it. And as we talk, we will be not covering JavaScript today. And yeah, HTML. Let's move on to HTML. So HTML is a standard markup language for document designing to be displayed in a web browser. Yeah, it is very simple that it is a standard markup language. It is a markup language for document designed to be displayed in a web browser. As you yeah, HTML, it is a hypertext markup language. Its abbreviation goes as hypertext markup language. So what is a hypertext? As I told you already, hypertext. Okay, is my slide a bit delay? Is there any delay?
yes.
Yeah, hypertext, it is visible, right?
Slide.
Hypertext. Yeah, fine. Hypertext is a text which contains
Yes.
links to other text. Yeah, I have told this earlier. And markup language. Wait, let it load first. Yeah, markup language is a set of markup tags, as you can see on the right side. That within the angular bracket, that is the markup tags. Okay, the purpose of tags is to group and describe page contents. Okay, as you can see a closer look at the tags, there will be an opening tag as well as an closing tag. Okay, there will be opening tag and as well as a closing tag. So closing tag follows by a backslash and the character, and the opening tag is the character itself. So this is all about hypertext markup language. And let me directly go to the basic HTML structure. So as you can see in the image, this is the basic HTML structure. Okay, so basic HTML structure, where you will see the doc type HTML. It is nothing but a type declaration. Doc type HTML, that tag is just a type declaration that it says that yeah, this is the HTML latest version from 2.0 to 4.0, which is the version that it will declare there. No need to worry about that. But the next tag, that is HTML, and the last tag, that is backslash HTML. This is the your HTML main structure, that whatever is within this, that will be displayed on your web browser. So inside the HTML tag, there will be mainly the head tag, body tag, and inside the head tag will be having the title tag. This is the basic structure of an HTML. Okay, is that fine?
Yes.
Yeah. So whatever you are writing inside the title
Yes.
tag, that will be the name of your website, that will be displayed on the top. Okay, on your browser tab is there, right? There it will be displayed, whatever you write inside the title tag, and whatever you write inside the body, that will be displayed directly on your screen. Okay, so HTML elements. Yeah, same thing. The basic HTML elements are the HTML head, title, body, the paragraph, etc. So the outer thing, that is HTML, and the close HTML, that is everything should be within that HTML tag. And sorry, the title tag is within the head tag, and whatever we are going to write on the screen, that should be within the body tag. Yes, you are good to go. And yeah, this is the basic HTML structure. So nesting concept, yeah, this is a bit you should know. Just it is very simple. Nesting concept means, here the body, the h1p, whatever header paragraph, whatever it is inside the body tag, and the body tag is inside the HTML tag, correct? So that is known as the nesting concept. So then, yeah, lot of theory things, yeah, you will feel a bit boring, but these are the basic things you should know, so I am discussing that. Then attributes, so attributes are the properties of tag. If you are having a tag as HTML or body or paragraph or head, attributes are the properties of tag, which is used to add some additional information on tag content. And the syntax for attribute is given here, that is tag attribute equal to, then the value is written within the quotes, and text content, yeah, no need to worry about it. As you feel interested, yeah, you will browse on web browser, and you will get a detailed note about these things, but nothing to fear about at this point. Then the essential attributes, yeah, this here you need to know about the alt, then href and the source, yeah, these three. And style, yeah, style specifies an inline css style for an element, yeah, that we will come later. Then alt and href and source, that is the main three attributes you should need to know, that I will tell you later when we are going to use it. Yeah, let's go, and let's build our first web page. So I will be telling you how to create your first web page, the basic. Okay, as those who have taken CS in PU, they may be finding it repetitive, as they are having this thing in PU, but still I thought it is yeah, it is necessary to show all students how to create your own web page, so that at some point of their career or life, they feel it useful, they find it useful. Yeah, so let's go, let's build our first web page. Are you ready? Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, fine. So
Yes.
okay, let me. Okay, so for that, my desktop screen is visible, right?
Visible.
Yes. Yes.
This desktop is visible,
Yes.
right? So in order to build a website, you can either use a text editor or some editors like
Yes.
VS Studio, everything. But I will just use a simple one, that is you go and create a new document, text document, that's it. And you open the text document, you will get a notepad. Yeah, fine. And I will be writing my uh, HTML structure within this, so that yeah, I will show you how to write. So today we are going to build a web web page which looks similar as wait 1 second. Yeah, it will we are going to build this thing. Okay, we are going to print hello world. Yeah, still it is not a programming language, but while you are dealing with programming language, you first execute the hello world program. So I thought of doing the same here. We are going to print a hello world, then we are going to, it is visible, right?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, then we are going to display VCT Connect 2021, and we are also going to add an image to our web page. Okay, so let's do it. So as I said, you first need to open a text document. That is, I am going to do it in Notepad. You can use text editors as VS Studio or many other text editors are there. It's fine, but for the basic one, I am going to use here Notepad. And as you all know, HTML file, it should be within the HTML tags. So I am going to write the HTML open tag and HTML close tag, so that it is visible, right?
Yes, Varun.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a few seconds lag between my desktop screen and the one I'm using in the one you are visible, ma'am. So I just checking whether it's updated. Okay, so within the HTML tag, whatever you are going to write within the HTML tag, that will be taken up for your web page. So first thing is you should write the HTML tag. Okay, spelling mistake. Sorry. Yeah, HTML tag. Then within that, as you all as I discussed earlier, there will be the title, body tag, head tag, and the title tag. So first it will be the head tag, and within the head tag you will have the title tag. Yes, within the head tag you will have the title tag. Okay, let me write a title tag here, and whatever is within the title tag, that will be your web page name. So I will write as first my first web page, my first web page. Yeah, it's good. Title, I will close the title tag now. Fine. So after that, head tag is done. Then we need to write the body tag, in which we are going to write the contents, that is the hello world, and the other thing, that is VCT Connect 2021, so that it will be like good. Yeah. So inside the body tag,
Varun,
we,
can you maximize Notepad?
yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, because it may be more convincing for them if they're
One
using the. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah,
one
please
minute.
proceed. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah. Now it is more visible. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fine. Thank you, Varun. Thank you. Please proceed. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So as you see, I have written HTML tags. Then within the HTML tag, I have wrote the head tag, and within the head tag, there is my title. That is my first web page. And after that, I am adding the body tag, and within the body tag, I will be adding the header. That is the what, hello world. Yeah, hello world, and I will be closing the head tag. Then after that, I will write the paragraph. This is the paragraph tag. Okay, what if you are having long paragraphs, you should write within the p, and tag is used to break, just to jump to the next line. So inside this we are writing VCET uh, connect 2021. Yeah, all good. 2021, and I am closing the paragraph tag. Yeah, it seems fine. Okay, let me check for error. Yeah, then you need to save this file. The most important part, that is, you should save this file as extension .html, then only it will work. Okay, first web page, my first web page dot html. Yes, and hit the save button, and close the notepad. then you will see somewhere here. Yeah, yeah, close the notepad and you will see somewhere here the Chrome saying that it is my first web page, Chrome icon. So just click on that. Yeah, hello world and VCT Connect 2021. Yes, all good, but I forgot to insert the image. Yeah, let's go and do it. 1 second. Yeah, here within the body tag I am going to insert the image, that is using the image tag img, and giving the source. As I said, in attributes we are using source attribute here to insert the image. Inside the image tag we are using the source attribute, that is image source equal to, and within the quotes we are going to write the location, that is vcet. It is there in my desktop, the image vcet jpg. Yeah, fine, that is the location, and we are going to close the tag, image tag, and save it, and we'll go to our browser. Yeah, all good. Yeah, still loading, I guess. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, hello world vct connect 2021. Yeah, we are all good, and this is your first web page and you can do it yourself, write yourself. Then okay, moving on to the presentation. Okay, next, css. css css stands for cascading style sheet. The main reason we are using css is to style our web page, that is whatever we have written so far in the html, in the notepad, we are now going to style it such that giving the font color, font size, giving background, etc. These all things we can do in the css. So css stands for cascading style sheet, as I said. So css is the language we use to style an html document. So css describes how html elements should be displayed. Yeah, it decides how html elements should be displayed. So these things are basic. Three types of css files are there. That is, one is inline css, the next one is internal or embedded css, then third one is external css. Yeah, just let me explain in simple that inline css, we are writing the css file inside the html file itself. That is, we are not writing the css file separately, but we are writing it inside the html file. That is, whatever we have written now, we are going to write there. And in inline css, we are going to write it in the body tag. Within the body tag we are going to write the css file. That is, as I said earlier, we are using the style attribute to write the css file within this. Okay, then the, yeah, what? Hello?
Students, please mute yourselves. Somebody has unmuted.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine. Yeah,
you continue, Varun.
yes, ma'am. Then internal or embedded css, this is a bit like same as the inline, but here the css file is written in the head section. There we are writing it in the body section, but here we are writing it in the head section. And the external css, this we are writing, if the html code is a bit long, we are using the separate css file and then we are linking it to the html file. External css contains a separate css file which contains only the style property. Here in inline and the internal embedded, there we are having the both html tags and as well as the style properties. But in here external one, we are writing the html separately and the css separately, and then we are going to link both so that our web page occurs neatly. So let's style our web page. So whatever I have discussed, I will just say you by the this one. We will style our web page. So it should look like this. As wait, let me show you. So this was what we have built so far, our first web page, that is hello world vct connect 2021 and a image. So now I need that this image should be our background, and the VCT connect, it should come somewhere middle with the background color. Yeah, these thing, that is my client's wish. So you are going to design your web page so that using CSS. This is where CSS come to picture. So let us now do our CSS part. For that, you should again open the same HTML file, and we are going to use the inline CSS. Okay, we are going to use the inline CSS, that is within the body section we are going to write the CSS file just using the style attribute, style, and within this style attribute, whatever you write, that will style your web page. Style open tag as well as the close tag, and within this you will write yeah, you will write. And how to write a style sheet, it is very simple. For example, now you are I no need this hello world, I think we can remove, it is no need, no longer necessary. Okay, we will now style the paragraph, that is VCT connect 2021, whatever we have written, we will style that. So for that, you should go to your style, inside your style tag, and just type P, that is the tag name, and then within the curly braces you should write whatever you are going, like the font size, font color, everything you can write within the curly braces. So it is very simple. Within the style tag, you are going to write the tag name, that is P. Then within the curly braces, you are going to write the values that are, for example, font size, font hyphen size. It will be in px. Okay, I will just name it 25 px. Yeah, it is fine, 25 px pixels. And then I will give a background color for the paragraph. Background color, that is which color do you want? What? I can't hear you. Red. Okay, fine, let me see whether it's available. Okay, red. Then let me, yeah, it's fine. Then image I have inserted here, let me just do it in the style sheet itself. Okay, so I will insert our image here within the body. Within the body I will insert our image, background image, and I'm giving the location to these things, URL vcet.jpg semicolon, and I'm going to fix the position of the background. Once you start coding, you feel these things as easy, but you should try it, otherwise it's of no use. I So I studied this in second PU, but I used it in first year engineering. Such a long gap, and I think those who studied this in computer science have not yet implemented something. Have you anyone tried? Anyone who are having your own website or web page? No. Okay, it's fine. So today you can go and try this, and yeah, you can do it. Okay, then yeah, here. Okay, all fine, save this, and go to a web page. Yeah, it's all good, but can you see? It's taking, yeah, can you see our web page?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So now I think this text should come where some middle, so let me align that too, that is text align and center. Yeah, you should do that. Okay, let me refresh my page. Yeah. Okay, still loading. Yeah, all good. Yeah, so we have made this image as our background, and we have edited, or we have styled our VCT Connect 2021, giving it a red background as you suggested, and making the font to the center. So this is good, and you can all try this at home, and you can also share with me. I will share my contact later, and like I will be happy if you try this and send to me. And the things to remember, so when you are finally you have learned the basic how to build a web page, so I think you will all try today going home, and just to try what I said, and you will start to design your thing. So things to remember, and if you find it fun, you will go for bigger things. So when you go to build your own website about something, you will have to remember these things. That is choice of site color scheme. That is, the color scheme is very very important. That if you mix up the colors like a kid, and the users will not find it eye catching. That is, they will be disturbed by seeing the color scheme itself. So the color scheme should be set that the user is relaxed, that is, he is enjoying seeing your website or web page. Then the choice of text font and size, so this is also very important. Your text font and size should not be too large or too small, it should be medium. So average font size, that the minimum font size, it is around 12 pixels, and maximum larger one, I don't remember. Yeah, still the minimum is 12 px. You should not use below that. You can use, but it is not ideal. Then the use of white spaces, this is very 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 important. That when you do a website, you will add lot of things to your display. That is the logo, the navigation bar, the body, the content, everything, images, everything. And it should be well arranged, that there are some white spaces, there are some gaps between the content, so that the user or the one who is seeing your website is pleased by it. And the location of navigation menus, yeah, these things you will learn when you do go on doing something. The navigation menus, yeah, there will be like home, services, gallery, etc. It should be well arranged and eye catching. Okay, then the planning for different browsers and screen resolution, yeah, this is when you complete your website, it should be like it is fit for any browser, Chrome or Microsoft Edge, any browser, it should work very well. And any screen resolution, that is, if you minimize or maximize, if you drag and adjust the screen, it should fit there very correctly. And if you check the same on your mobile phone also, it should display the contents. It should not, the content should not overlap each other. There should be the whatever you have designed, it should be the same in the user's screen also. Then the testing is very very important. You should test this in different platforms, as different browsers, different screen resolution. That is very very important. As you finish your website designing, you then need to test in different environment. That is, the laptop or your home desktop PC or mobile phone of different resolutions. Then only you need to publish that. So these are the things I think you need to remember while you are going, while you are planning to design a website or web page. Okay, so how to let me speed up thing time gap. I think I'm 15 minutes late, I think, to the schedule. Okay, how to host a web page. So you need to decide what type of website you want. That is, you have typically two types of websites, that is the static and dynamic. You need to decide which one you want. You want a static, or you want a dynamic, or a hybrid. Then you need to choose your hosting server. Yeah, I said whatever you are designing, that I said, right, whatever you are having now, the HTML file, the CSS file, it should be loaded to the server. Then only the user can download it in his browser, and it will be loaded. So you need to choose your hosting server. Then you need to select your web hosting plan. Yeah, hosting server is not free, but let me show you how you can get it for free. choosing your web hosting server is not free. You need to pay them. As you can see that advertisement of GoDaddy and all, they are the hosting servers. They will give them your server, and you can host your website using their web servers. Then you need to change your DNS address, and then you need to upload your website. Yeah, it's simple but quite lengthy process. Still, how to host a web page? Yeah, here, okay, GitHub provides a GitHub student developer pack. This everyone can utilize this platform GitHub, and there, wait, let it load. Can you see the screen? Yeah. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Here,
Yes.
GitHub student developer pack, it gives us some additional features so that we can they give us some custom domain names for free, and all you need to do is register yourself here on GitHub platform. And if anyone is willing to know about it, you can contact me. I will tell you in detail how to register for this, and what are the benefits you are going to get. And here in my slide 2, I have given the links. You can go through this, and the GitHub benefits and all, this student developer pack benefits and all, you I have it is there in the website itself clearly. You can go through that. And the revenue, yeah, as I said, the website can earn us money. Website earn revenue when visitors engage with their ads. Yeah, the main revenue is using the ads. As you go on a website, there will be ad displayed on top, side, bottom, everywhere it is ads only. So those are the main revenue. Then if you see, if you take for an example, if your website is having 500 clicks each day on the ad, you will get around $10 a day and $300 a month. That is approximately 20 to 21,000 per month. Yeah, it is a good amount. So it is good. And affiliate marketing, yeah, you can earn through affiliate marketing through your website. Yeah, it is also good. Then let me show you something. So as ma'am said, I need to talk you something. So I thought of web designing. Then I thought of why not I try some website, design a website, like a bit more complicated website, not so complicated, but not the one we did now, HTML CSS. But I used HTML CSS, but not the way we used, and designed my own website for my Instagram Instagram page, that is Timing Error. So I think, let me show you how my website looks like. Okay, so this is my website, which I built yeah, 2-3 days back, so that I can show you guys what HTML CSS and what web development can do. And this is my home page, where I have home, services, gallery, about as the navigation bar, and the title, logo, and there is a text that is moving from left to right. Everything is done through HTML CSS. And as I click on services, it moves to the next web page which I have designed. It is taking a bit time. Is the services web page on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, services, and about everything is I have done neatly, I think. And I have the code whatever I have used, it is in GitHub, my GitHub account. And at the end, if you click on the this one presentation, the Timing Error icon, you will get the website. And there on my about page, you will get the GitHub account link. You can go there and check my HTML CSS file, how I did it, and what are the steps I took. Everything is there. You can refer it, and you can build your own website. And please do contact me on my mail or my IG, so that please tell you whatever how this session was helpful, and what did you develop? That please share with me on my mail or IG, so that I feel like, yes, this session is a bit useful to you guys to build your own website or web page. Yeah, thank you. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Any
Yeah,
questions for
ma'am.
Varun? Any questions for Varun?
Yeah, I am open to questions. Yeah, if you have any queries, please do ask. I am ready to clarify, and if I don't know the answer, I will search it and then reach to you. Yeah, you are open for questions.
Students, you are
Please
free
ask
to ask
anything.
any questions.
Yeah, please ask anything. Anything is fine.
Okay, I think Varun, they are a little bit hesitant to ask the question. It's okay. He has given his mail address to you. If you have any queries, you can approach him. Thank you, Varun. It was a wonderful journey into the world of websites and web pages. Thanks a lot for
Yes,
accepting
ma'am.
our invitation and
Yeah, thank
reciprocating.
you, ma'am. I would like to thank everyone for giving me this platform to deliver the whatever knowledge I have, and I thank you, ma'am, and our college for giving a wonderful opportunity to deliver the content to these my juniors. Thank you, ma'am.